Hop off the horse. Now they're ready. All in. Racing. And an even line away. Slow though soon after Flying Phoenix. And there's a line of about 6 with Marinsky driving hard. Miss Clara Gray. And up there also is Miss Rubiton. Blue Penny holding the fence. And Me Cruzian driving up as well. Then came Laureate, followed by Rock on Ronnie. Further back in the field there came on the outside Dark Ambition. Helmet Varshing was in that group of horses as well. It's midfield. Then Flying Phoenix out towards the tail with Manila Heat, Pharaoh Quest. Miss Clara Gray at the 600.5. Blue Penny the rails. 3 out Miss Rubiton. From Marinsky, Laureate, Helmet Varshing. 3 off the fence right behind the speed of the leaders now. Me Cruzian on the rails from Rock on Ronnie. And then came Dark Rubiton, or rather Dark Ambition. And wider out on the track, Pharaoh Quest from Flying Phoenix and Manila Heat. They're in the straight. Helmet Varshing's in the clear if good enough, but he can't pick up the ground at the moment as Miss Rubiton dashed to the lead from Blue Penny. Manila Heat's charging home on the rails. Then Rock on Ronnie getting out, and here's Dark Ambition. It's sweeping home, Dark Ambition. Race to Rock on Ronnie. Dark Ambition, Rock on Ronnie. They drive, and Dark Ambition won it by a head. Second was Rock on Ronnie. 3 away. Third a photo between Miss Rubiton and out wide Flying Phoenix and Manila Heat. The rails, a line of 3. Then Helmet Varshing had his chance. No match for the others. Then came Me Cruzian from Blue Penny. Miss Clara Gray, Pharaoh Quest, Marinsky, and a big gap away. Laureate last in 1:10 and 69. Lights turned on. He won't hold these long. Say that again. And Kingston Gambler walked out of the gates, and very slow to begin was Windy Shore. And first away was Golden Request. It's got good speed. Ledger's Dreams up there on the inside in the early part. And starting to work forward on the outside of those is Swamp Lady as Golden Request gets a very cheap lead. Up to 4th now. On the outside of those was Peppertonic from Don't Tell Kill. Then came Stolen Property. Manila Heat racing 3 deep outside of Kulig. Followed by Ever Ready, Kingston Gambler. And last of all is Windy Shore. They race towards the 1,000 metres. And it's Golden Request having a lovely run by a length. Moving up to second is Peppertonic, and neck third. In the centre is Swamp Lady kicking through now. Ledger's Dream 4th the inside. Manila Heat deep but has some cover outside of Don't Tell Kill from Stolen Property, Kulig. Then came Ever Ready from Kingston Gambler, and last is Windy Shore. Golden Request leads them down the hill. Morn shooting for the double. It's been unpressured in the lead by 3/4 of a length on Swamp Lady. A length away in third, Ledger's Dream. Now Manila Heat moving up wider out, going around Peppertonic and Don't Tell Kill, followed by Stolen Property. Kulig trying to get busy. Ever Ready outside of it though, followed by Kingston Gambler. And last of all as they turn for home is Windy Shore at the 350. And over on the inside it's Golden Request by about 3/4 of a length. Trying hard Manila Heat down the centre. Ledger's Dreams running a bit of a race back on the inside. But Morn said go on Golden Request. It's 3/4 in front of Manila Heat. 2 lengths away third. There's Kingston Gambler running on. But Golden Request hanging on. Manila Heat's getting to it late. Golden Request and Manila Heat in a driving finish. And Golden Request held on. Golden Request by a half head on the line, Manila Heat. Gee, it was a big run, the favourite. Third in, I'd say, Kingston Gambler, followed by Stolen Property in that photo. And then Kulig, Ledger's Dream close up from Windy Shore. Further back to Don't Tell Kill, Ever Ready, Peppertonic, and Swamp Lady was near enough to last. Or is he back on now? Just might have been giving him difficulty. They're racing now. She's Hennessy jumped away just fairly. Barra out wide began quickly, however mustering soon after is Money in Pocket. Bandini's up there, so too Ledger's Dream, Shore Paint. From Social Cloud, Wild Canyon on the rails and Lucifer between horses. A length away came Manila Heat, and then there's 3/4 of a length to She's Hennessy in the centre. In a big clump of horses there outside of them, Trim Boy. Followed by getting back Ever and Ever from the Marketeer. Further back to Barra, followed by Chantal Sally. With them also Star of Suresh, and 3 lengths away last of all now. In the clear last of all, in fact, was Pistol Pack and Pete. They leave the back 900 metres to go. Social Cloud took over, led by 2 lengths. Second Money in Pocket, a length and a half away. Third is Shore Paint. Fourth Bandini from Ledger's Dream. Wild Canyons had a gun run on the rails. Deeper out was Trim Boy, being followed in the centre by Lucifer. Then came Manila Heat, nastily placed on the fence inside of She's Hennessy. Ever and Ever starting a run, followed by the Marketeer from Star of Suresh. Pulled out wider was Barra. Barra, and then second last Pistol Pack and Pete. Chantal Sally's dropped out. Money in Pocket went up and joined Social Cloud, put the head in front. Sure Paint goes to them very strongly. Wild Canyon's under the whip now. Bandini gets out and comes to the outside and runs on, and further back Manila Heat getting a run between runners at the 200. Sure Paint dash to the lead. In second place Bandini. Manila Heat is starting to grind home through the centre. Sure Paint in front, coming at it Bandini, Manila Heat, and then came Star of Suresh from nowhere, starting to pick up late. In front is Sure Paint, and Sure Paint by a half length Manila Heat. About a half length away third was Star of Suresh, and fourth Bandini from Lucifer, and then came Money in Pocket from Wild Canyon, Ever and Ever Barra, and further back to Chantal Sally, followed in by Ledger's Dream. Then Pistol Pack and Pete, the marketeer, did absolutely naught, followed in by Social Cloud, Cheese Hennessy and Trim Boy with those tail enders in 1:37.70, home in 35.92. Just can't get Breaker all of the way in. Now he's there, set. 18.22 and away they go, and Boz jumped out quickly with LBD looking for the lead, and Costa Vada wider out with Goody Two Shoes. Breaker Bend deeper still, but caught wide as the first turn is being approached. Manila Heat is one off the rails outside of Lanasha, and Abyssian's at the tail of the field. They've got 1,500 metres to go, and Boz held out the challenge for the lead from LBD, and they go together about a neck apart, but no real pace on. A length and a half third in Costa Vada. It's got the head in the air. Lanasha on the inside, and Manila Heat's in the centre, so in Costa Vada, 3 wide, no cover. The jockey forced to give it more rain, Matthew Nielsen. It whipped around the outside to look for the lead, but quickly Boz responded, and so to LBD, and as a result, in Costa Vada's really working hard. It drew 3/4 in front of Boz as they come to the 1,200 metres. Meanwhile, Lanasha and Manila Heat sitting beautifully midfield. Then came Goody Two Shoes, followed by Abyssian, and Breaker Ben went back to the tail. They leave the back part of the course, 850 to go, and in Costa Vada finally crossed to the lead, but at what cost? A length and a half in front. Second is Boz, third outside of it LBD. 2 lengths away Manila Heat with no excuse on the outside of Lanasha. From Goody Two Shoes, Abyssian, and Breaker Ben is last. On the side, 700 metres to go. It's in Costa Vada, about a length and a half in front of LBD. Third on the inside still is Boz, and 2 lengths Manila Heat. Robinson about to get busy because Goody Two Shoes is forced to go as Breaker Ben puts in its run, and then came Goody Two Shoes, as I mentioned, from Lanasha at Abyssian. They bunch up 400 out in Costa Vada, coming away from the rails a half in front of LBD. Quickly Manila Heat after them strongly on the outside. Oh, he's got them cold, Manila Heat. He raced up and swept to the lead. Who's running on? Goody Two Shoes and Breaker Ben coming from the tail, but Manila Heat is surging clear. LBD boxing on in second. Abyssian runs on late. Manila Heat in front. I tell you what, he's not getting away from Abyssian. It's Manila Heat about 3/4 in front. He won a soft win in the end. I don't reckon there was much more in the tank though. Second Abyssian, 2 lengths away. Third, I think LBD maybe just over Breaker Ben. From Goody Two Shoes in Costa Vada, from Boz and Lanasha in 1:59.24.